What is up? Welcome to the Hyperion Invitational Cup. We are on the first game of our final week of the group stages with Danger Close versus Tempest Typhoon. I'm Portal, and I'm here with my buddy, Tenric. How are you doing, Tenric?
I'm great today, Portal. I'm really excited to watch this match. We have three really exciting games going on between teams, but between you and me, I think the one that we get to cast over today holds all the cards.
Oh, 100%. Danger Close and Tempest Typhoon have to be the closest right now, being second seed Danger, and third seed being Tempest Typhoon.
Absolutely, and it's not really a far margin either. Danger Close is 3-1, and Tempest Typhoon is 2-2. The biggest gap is probably just that map differential, where Tempest Typhoon is -1, and Danger Close is at a solid 7. However, that being said, if Danger Close loses this, which for all we know, they very well could, then they could potentially be put in a much more dangerous position. Tempest Typhoon is here, however, fighting for their lives, because right now, they're tied with the number 4 spot, Frost Nova, with also a 2-2 record. And Frost Nova looks to have a pretty good shot at taking their game tonight.
Right, but we're going to have to be careful of that as we go into this first match, as we should take a look at Danger Close's roster. As we look here, we've got some... Danger Close has been phenomenal with their tank and damage line. We've seen them with that Mei is unbelievable with those Mei walls. Now, I will remind you that you need to take a look at Para. Para's been an amazing healer for this team.
I agree. I mean, the rosters for both of these teams run so deep, and I have no doubt that we'll see that come into play tonight. We might see a couple subs. We'll definitely see a lot of hype in the chat, for sure. But above all, I think we'll see a lot of versatility among teams, which is one of my personal favorite things to get to watch in an Overwatch game.
Of course, we've seen a lot of long fights in this game, which could be good for us, but it's really bad for these players. We need to start getting that fight so just a little bit smaller. I think it might be a very, very close match. Now let's go over to Tempest Typhoon, and you can take it here, Tanner.
I'd love to. Yeah, Tempest Typhoon has a little bit of a lower roster, but they still have a great team with them. Panda Bear and Pesos have a great tank line rounding up the front line. And Lemon Pepper, Dr. Brennan, and Don Super are all amazing supports as well. I think Tempest Typhoon does a great job of just keeping themselves together, keeping themselves upright, and I hope that they continue doing so tonight.
Yeah, I believe so. This is going to be one of the closest matches of the group stages, I believe, here. Hoping to see at least a 3-2.
I'd love to see it come to that. I really would. That being said, really, this is kind of the litmus test for Danger Close, in my opinion. Danger Close has beaten every team that they're above and lost to the only team that they're below. Tempest Typhoon has been the only team that they haven't faced, and right now they're below them in the standings. Danger Close has fought Frost Nova, Paradise Aegis, and Lux Nova, who are all below Tempest Typhoon. So this is Danger Close's final gateway. If they win this, then they're that guaranteed number 2 seed. They've beaten the 4 teams below them, but if they lose, then they're officially in that middle of the pack. Either way, this is the point where we know exactly where Danger Close stands.
Right, Tempest Typhoon needs to win dominantly here in order to have any chance of taking that second seat. If they win by a 3-0, they have a really good chance. We don't know exactly because there's a lot of maps, and maps is hard. But if they take it as 3-2, it's going to be a little less likely for them to take the second seat, but would be a very dangerous team to go up against later on.
I think Tempest Typhoon is fighting for more than just the second seed. I think they're fighting to stay in the top 3 at all, because not only do they have to worry about Danger Close, which they're going against tonight, but they also have to worry about Frost Nova, who is tied for them in the record right now, also at 2-2. So if they lose here, then that could spiral, snowball, have momentum, whatever you want to call it, into them falling down into potentially the 4th seed, which is catastrophic.
That's right. Tempest Typhoon does have a little bit of an uphill battle here, but if they can pull through, like you said, they will hold on to at least that 3rd seat and have a little bit of advantage going into the next playoffs. Now, with that being said, it looks like we're getting a little bit close into our match, and before we start with that, what do you think the score is going to be?
It's tough to say right now, and I don't want it to come to this, but given how confident Danger Close has been, and given how dominant their wins have been against the teams that they've won against, which are all 3-0s, I would expect something close to a 3-1 or 3-0. I don't think it'll come to a 3-2. Although I would love to see Tempest Typhoon put up that sort of fight. Again, this is that sort of litmus test, that bar that Danger Close has to cross over in order to, figure out exactly where they stand among this group. But beyond that, I think Danger Close has shown such prosperity against the other teams that they've had to come up against, save for Kaiju Corps, because of course nobody's really had any luck against Kaiju Corps thus far. No. Really, it's kind of gonna be a one and done for me, in my opinion.
Well, let's see if you're wrong here. This is going to be a very close match, I think. Danger Close has been very dominant in their matches they've been playing, but Tempest Typhoon has been putting up more of a fight than any of our teams in this series. If we can see some more of that fight in these upcoming matches, I don't want to really put a 3-2 off the table just yet. If that's the only shot that they really need to take in order to take that, at least guarantee that third seat.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're taking it to Oasis first, and with that, we see a lot of the same comps nowadays. I think we're finally settling into a meta that we consider agreeable in T3 standards. A lot of Ball and Diva, a lot of Reinhardt, a lot of Sombra for sure, Echo Tracer, a lot of Far Mercy, of course, a good amount of Zenyatta and Brigitte too. Just trying to figure out exactly where everyone stands, and everybody's starting to figure out their comfort zone. But do you think, Portal, we're going to see any unorthodox picks?
I don't think so. These teams respect each other very well, and there's definitely not going to be any BMing at all. Why would that be a thing? Why, right?
Of course. No, well...
I mean, yeah, let's be honest. I would not be surprised if we saw a nice little cheeky Sombra pick on this map. Now, we're going to start... the teams are going to start loading in into the map. We're going to see their first ideas for compositions, and from what you're saying, it does look like that they're not really going for any of those weird picks just yet.
Well, City Center isn't exactly a place where you can experiment too much with anything other than positioning, really. I mean, you fight for really two spots, the point and that high ground. There kind of is no middleman or kind of area that is a no man's land, so to speak. It's very concrete, very put together, and I think the mobility of both teams is going to encompass that pretty well, as we'll see these first initial picks come out. Yes, it's going to be a lot of heavy dive and brawl comps. Far Mercy on one side, Reaper Sombra on the other, but a lot of in-your-face type fighting that we're going to see, which is very fun to cast, but also a bit difficult to witness. So, Beck team, big shout out, because you guys are going to have a lot to work with.
Jesus Christ. Oh, so we're going to... Sorry, it's a little too much. Now, I do want to put a little bit of emphasis on the Sombra on the left side. That Sombra is going to be a very key point in order to win these kinds of games. You see that they have that ball and the Pharah. If they can shut down those players as quick as possible, it's going to be a very quick, easy fight.
EMP is almost always the most important ultimate that goes into any fight, and if it can be tracked correctly by the members of Danger Close, then, I mean, this is an open and shut case. But if Tempest Typhoon can hold it out and wait and use their Sombra properly, then this could be even more open and shut than the other way around. And there goes that mech from Yikes. However, it looks like Danger Close has the point a bit scarce right now. Far Mercy has to add something to more Neutron trying to get some territory there. Lemon Pepper does go down. There's no Pharah support right now. Yikes will get that remake back, but the point is still taken by Tempest Typhoon right now.
Yeah, now Tempest Typhoon has been kind of going down a little bit in this early fight. With that hack on the Diva, they didn't really have anything to really help the Diva out. It was just kind of sitting in the water, and just the Sombra had no issue trying to kill it and mech down. They need to start focusing on that Sombra just a little bit more coming up into this next fight.
Oh, my mistake. I thought I completely mixed up the teams. Danger Close.
No, you're good.
Is in control of the point right now, and looks like they're going to continue control of that point. Another rehack onto Yikes. Only 50% ult gains so far. Frog for Life doing such a good job controlling it. Already has that EMP, yeah. 46% ticking up. Danger Close perfectly comfortable, perfectly capable of holding down this point. Kind of dry to an extent until Final Gambit goes down and Nicole has to come out a bit early. Yeah, and Jab Gamer are there with the follow-up. Pulse Bomb and Barrage able to take down two more members, and just like that, Danger Close is left at a disadvantage personnel-wise. and that leaves Tempest Typhoon plenty of time to rush in with the comp that they are able to utilize and get so much damage in so quickly. That's kind of the thing that I love about these kinds of comps, is that you can rush in on the slightest crack in the door, the slightest chink in the armor, and get so much out of it. And I think we'll see a lot of that value displayed from both sides.
Right, but they did use a good amount of ultimates in there, but they were thankful enough that Danger Close also used a little bit too much ultimate power as well. You can see the EMP went out a little bit too early and nothing really happened because of it. Had he done that a little bit earlier before the ultimates went off, that might have been a different story.
Yeah, I think Danger Close should have absolutely saved that EMP, but it might not be necessary on DMAC, and the remake actually gets a kill too. All the DPS along with both supports are already gone. Only one member left in pay, trying to stall as long as he can, but it won't be long at all as 3 more members chase him down. Tempest still in mild control of the point right now, but by a hair getting hacked out. There goes pay, and back up to 70% goes Danger Close.
That is all more right there. He got a double bomb with the Diva bomb, and then got a remake on the Tracer. The hardest one to remake, if any. Now, I don't know how that happened, but man, that was amazing downfall for this Tempest Typhoon team. They need to start regrouping quick before this point gets over.
Yeah, poor Jab Gamer probably just got caught in the crossfire there. Oh, poor Don Super getting up by Hailshin right there. And the rest of the team is going to fall back for it. And that leaves room for Danger Close to move in even more. The Reaper Death Blossom is going to do some damage, but not enough. It doesn't matter when you have the rest of Danger Close available. Valk has to come out, will attempt to get the res, does succeed. But Lemon Pepper's getting so pressured out by all the flyers on the team of Danger Close right now. And OT is still ticking down for the former at the moment. Create another barrage. Gets edged out immediately. Lemon Pepper's down, no support available. Happy, another Coalescence available, and now it's just staggering in. A beat to boot for Paradroid, and it's just cleanup right now for the members of Danger Close. One by one, the members of Tempest Typhoon will fall, and City Center is an easy cap for Danger Close.
Danger Close was dominant that entire point. They were a little bit shaky after that second fight, but were able to regroup very easily, and that Frog SMP, or Sombra, was being phenomenal at getting those hacks off. Diva couldn't do a thing that entire map.
I want to see that continued territory claiming in University. Taking those corners is so vital in a place like University, and there's a lot more room to roam. Both high grounds, both flanks, and those tight doors are going to serve a lot of purpose for our new DPSs and our new tanks. Actually, an entire comp switch for both sides. Rhine, Zarya, Baptiste, Lucio for both ends. Meanwhile, Frog for Life and Final Gambit on Danger Close have McCree, Junkrat, and Kriya and Jab Gamer opting for the Doomfist Symmetra. So 2 very different approaches to taking territory, and we'll see how it all works out. Turrets and TPs along the upper corner for Tempest Typhoon. Meanwhile, Danger Close opting for the other end will immediately take that TP down, but it's not like it's necessary anymore. Interesting TP back by Yikes to try and stall out a little bit of damage, but he TP's right back for that front line. There's the move in from Kriya with the bubble from Pei, and it will not get any connection. Paradroid will get the finishing blow, and Hailshin will have to trade it out for it. Lampy's used early by the members of Tempest Typhoon, and Pei is the next to fall after trying to use it as much as they could. Morn is the next member to fall from Danger Close. It's a scrappy fight, but Tempest Typhoon is the one that's pushing up the main line so far, to the point that the other members of Danger Close, the DPSs, are sandwiched behind, and it's all up to Final Gambit to try and stall out as long as he could, which is not long at all.
Yeah, Job has been just getting all of the kills on this side for Tempest. Those turrets have been deadly for this Danger Close comp right now. Now, if we take a look at this, look at the right side of your screen, they have the ultimate advantage going into this next fight. This should be an easy hold for them here.
It's not even necessarily the turrets from Symmetra, it's just the presence and the damage that can come from that beam. There's already the wall up, the ultimate already farmed out from the Symmetra. Lamp has to come out early from Dawn Super after another great flank by the 2 DPSs. That ult economy is looking pretty good for Danger Close as the fight rages on. Windows up, Yikes has to back out. He's in a bit of a flank position right now. Is he found yet? Doesn't matter when you've already picked off 2 members. Yikes now has to charge back in because the rest of his team is at a loss. And there they go, 45% gone now, and it's all up to Danger Close to defend the point from this point on.
Danger Close has flipped this entire map right now. It was Tempest Typhoon all the way, but then all of a sudden, Window came out and the walls went down from the Symmetra shields. There's nothing for him to do right there. Zarya was just dead in the water, and now Tempest Typhoon has to savage as much as they can right now.
Tires out early for Danger Close. Can it find anybody? The lamp's already used, but he's not looking for the lamp. He's looking for somebody else. Still doesn't find Jab Gamer just yet, but Hyperion is able to finish off the job, and Danger Close, utilizing basically everything they had, actually, is able to defend, but it's okay. Shatter's back on the way, and the amount of damage is coming out. Nice stagger there from Happy onto Kriya. That's massive.
Yeah, this is good for Tempest. This is great for Tempest right now. They didn't have to use any ults there, while Danger Close used 2 right off the bat. This is going to be a very good fight if they can just play it right, but I don't know. The Shatter's going to look very deadly right here.
Yeah, the more they stall, the longer they have to wait for that Shatter to come into play, potentially almost farmed up. But the beat is there waiting for it. So the second that that Shatter has come out, I expect Lemon Pepper to use that defensive ult right away. Shield is burned down. Hyperion was waiting for it. Lamp comes out immediately. So does the beat after the Shatter. But Yikes is the first to fall already off of it. It's a asymmetric composition now. As the grab comes out, so much damage able to be pumped in such a little bit amount of time. But the tanks are able to fall back just in time. Jab Gamer now with the symmetrical wall. Junkrat Tire coming out on top there around the other side. Bubble doesn't fall in time. Jab Gamer's protected still, and the picks from Danger Close can still come out. Deadeye looking for something. We'll find Jab Gamer. Not enough damage though. Hyperion again on that front line, just ready to go for it though. And OT might not even have to take up here. Danger Close doesn't have any ults. Oh, it's on.
No chance.
I mean, Frog for Life just had all the room in the world to roam. Pei actually did get around the side. They're able to stall out to OT because Danger Close doesn't have any ults right now. They have little to work with. They have to dry fight out this OT. Can anybody get back on in time? Kriya's already fallen. Yes, Jab is able to get back on in time, but it's just Hyperion is able to manage that front line so well right now. An extra pin into Yikes. Come on, man. You can't do him like that. Pei is back on a sliver of health, immediately dies back out, and the one ult remaining from Tempest Typhoon is not effective at all. Danger Close will take Oasis in a relatively dominant fashion.
Yeah, Danger Close looked down, and once they looked down, they just went right back up. Anytime they had a disadvantage, they just flipped it over their head and were able to get amazing plays like this Diva Bomb. And here comes the Tracer right up the side. Oh, I just love to see it. Oh my goodness. Danger Close has a phenomenal first map, and let's see if they can continue this momentum going into the second map.
Danger Close was just so much better at managing their teammates. I think they knew so much more about when somebody was, you know, in danger or when somebody had an advantage, and they moved in so much quicker than I think Tempest Typhoon was doing. In particular, I think Hyperion's communication skills have been amazing because he's been able to manage that front line so effectively with next to no punishment. Honestly, I think Tempest Typhoon needs to do a better job of understanding that the second that they are in danger, they're going to have to converge a little more quickly to save their teammates, because otherwise they're just going to fall like clockwork again. And in a map like Rialto, which is what we're going to move to next, that can be catastrophic.
Right, Frog's, I keep messing it up. Frog Sombra was absolutely amazing dealing with that front line, especially that Diva with Tempest. They had no shot of doing anything at all the entire maps they played. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that again on Rialto as the next map. And with that being said, they do have a lot of, I guess you could say, spammy areas in that kind of map, if I am correct.
All right, we have a couple swaps in here for the members of Danger Close, I believe. Yes, Final Gambit and Hyperion are going to fall out, and I believe it's Xavier, EXC, and Saucer that are hopping in to sub, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, yeah, Danger Close going to come in with a slightly different roster, and I'm wondering how that's going to come into play. Hyperion was, of course, the main tank, the Reinhardt, and Final Gambit was one of the DPSs that worked alongside Frog for Life, probably managing that Symmetra or May. I'm wondering what Saucer is going to switch to here. My guess is probably a sniper.
I wouldn't be surprised by that, but I do remember seeing Xavier play in these kind of matches, and he's very, very aggressive against these teams. He doesn't allow any space where there is space. If there is a little bit of room, he's going to take a mile.
Well, in a map like Rialto, that's incredibly crucial, considering that every single choke is such a gift to be given to the defensive team, and there are a lot of gifts to be given in Rialto. So many choked up sight lines, a lot of POVs can be so cluttered and claustrophobic at times, that it's tough for anybody to really get a sight line for too long. And so both defenses and offenses should cherish any corner that they manage to claim.
Right, Rialto is a very tough map to push on. Once you get a little bit of momentum, it can be halted at any moment if you're not careful with that. Now, we do look like, it does look like we're going into the next map here with Rialto, and I believe you are right here by saying that, yeah, they are going with a kind of sniper kind of area here.
Well, we'll see how it ends up going here. I think Danger Close is going to be attacking first, which might lead to probably an Echo Mercy kind of deal, because Paradroid is back in as well. Meanwhile, I'm wondering how Tempest Typhoon is going to manage that defense, because, you know, the few times that we've seen them win fights is just by knowing what resources that Danger Close has, and you know, being able to track those ultimates. And so I think capitalizing on those sorts of things is going to be really helpful. Kriya and Lemon Pepper opting for that Far Mercy once again, and it's going to be a double shield actually on this defense, Sigma or Risa. Meanwhile, it looks like initially for this attack, Danger Close is going to opt for that Echo Mercy with Frog for Life on the Hanzo as well. A lot of similarities in these comps. In fact, the only difference is who's getting pocketed by the Mercy, an Echo on one side and a Pharah on the other.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit interesting here as Danger Close are having a little bit of fun before the match starts. You always like to see that. Now, of course. Now, I am looking at this double shield kind of combo, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if it's the greatest thing to do for an attack phase.
I think at this first point, it's not the best idea. Maybe on like C point for Rialto, Sigma or Risa would probably be a better option. I'm wondering how that mobility is going to affect them as time goes on, because I mean, the second that shield gets burned, especially by a comp like this, then you're kind of screwed. Respawn be damned. Like, if Xavier EXE is down, then so much ground is automatically forfeited. Saucer going in a little too far right now, but I mean, it's kind of warranted considering you're already down a teammate for a good couple seconds here. Saucer trying to counter this Far Mercy with the help of Frog for Life, who's now switched to the Widow, does get it done, and Lemon Pepper falls soon after. What a flip around by Tempest Typhoon. Frog for Life, that's another one. And Saucer has free reign over the rest of this high ground now. There's no Far Mercy, no flyers on the side of Tempest Typhoon right now, or sorry, Danger Close right now, which leaves all the room in the world. Or sorry, for Tempest Typhoon. It leaves all the room in the world for Danger Close to be able to push in freely with that Echo. Frog for Life getting a little bit aggressed here by Kriya right now, already falling down to half health. Watch out there, buddy. That boosted Far Mercy is still a danger to behold. Who's on point? It's going to be a couple of the tanks for Tempest Typhoon right now. That shield rotation doing great so far for Danger Close. Doing wonders. Paradroid, nice stun by Yikes, and the finish by Jab Gamer. And Jab Gamer's not done yet. Both of the supports are down, warranting the window out from Dawn Super now. Leaves all the room in the world for the damage to come out. But Danger Close isn't done yet. Saucer duplicates on the other side to Sigma, this time on a sliver of health, and the point will cross through. That's all that Danger Close was looking for. They're happy with winning that fight.
Danger Close does not need any heals, it looks like. They have it under control. Tempest Typhoon got a little bit too excited there that they got the Orisa a little early, and by the time Orisa was back out, half of their team were dead again, so they need to hold back just a little bit and start getting ready for this next defense.
I think that as this fight goes on, Danger Close's comp is going to become even stronger, save for probably Frog for Life's Widow. That's the one thing I would be scared of. A bit of a faltered halt initially there from Xavier. I think he's hoping for a little more connection there, but all the ground that they're claiming is so effective right now. Another attempt at a halt, Yikes almost gets pulled down once again, and they're still managing this stairwell, but somebody's gonna have to come up or come down at some point. Frog for Life! Another pick manages to get Kriya out. That's so helpful. Lemon Pepper has to use the res so much earlier than I think they intended, and Paradroid is up with the pickup. There's no mercy available. It's all down to Dawn Super, who will have a window momentarily, but there goes Kriya as well. There's no flyers. Once again, Saucer has all the room in the world, and Frog for Life has the infrared sight too. Dawn Super's down too. Now no more supports. Mornitron has free reign to use that Gravitic Flux, can move in. Jab Gamer, all he can do is use the Dragon Strike. Only one pick comes out for it, Xavier EXE. But the rest of Danger Close can make quick work of this, and I don't even think Tempest Typhoon can fight again for this point.
Yeah, Kriya was not having a good time on that Pharah. You know it's bad when you're being pocketed by a Mercy, and then you get killed by a Mercy as well. And they're going to switch off to the Mei here, and I think that's going to be a better decision with how close to the ground these players are playing right now. There's not a lot of aerial control you have to really worry about from Tempest Typhoon. Or sorry, from Danger Close right now.
Frog for Life also switching from Widow to the McCree, a lot more utility able to come out from that. A Jab Gamer also on that McCree as well. But Saucer has opted to stay on that Echo, no doubt to probably use that duplicate one last time as he is inches away from it. Trying to melt down that shield, will succeed to an extent. Great pocketing so far by Paradroid. Bongo comes out early from Xavier EXE, and there's the duplicated Diva. Now Saucer can move in pretty freely. Lamp is already gone from Dawn Super. If Danger Close has a time to strike, it has to be now. Wall is already down from Kriya. Doesn't stop the payload, buddy. Sorry. Self-destruct comes out. Kriya doesn't have the iceberg available. Lemon Pepper falls too. Saucer's duplicate's gone, but the damage is done. Danger Close only meters away, and less members of Tempest Typhoon are available to help out. Mortatron, poor guy, gets downed by his own rock, has to get picked up by Paradroid once again, but I'm sure Paradroid is fine using the res on that. With all of the support that is being given by Happy in the meantime, Paradroid almost has that Valk back. Mortatron falls once again, Kriya back on the Doofus. Frog for Life also goes down and is still managing to take out that backline. Xavier's gone too. Kriya may just hold this part down, and that's the beauty of Rialto Point C, is that the respawn advantage grants you so much space, so much time to be able to come back and take that back.
Danger Close was so close on capping that, but Cryo on the Doomfist did a massive pick by switching there. Had he not switched there, I don't think they would have had not only a chance to stall, but getting those picks were phenomenal and key in order to take that point back. Now, I do believe that this is going to be a close game with Danger Close about to push in. They've got the window ready, and here it comes right here.
Yeah, Window's out already. Jab Gamer doesn't have that Death Blossom yet, so he has to be careful while invading. Yikes! Has that Shatter ready, though, probably waiting for that window to go, as well as the shields to burn down. He doesn't have to worry about a right shield up. Shatter on the right side! Catches so many! Catches 4! There goes 1. Lamp is used early, but everybody's already scattered from it, and that's an easy team fight for Tempest Typhoon.
That is a massive shatter from Yikes. They had no chance of completing that point after that. Holy crap, what was that, a 4-5-man shatter? I think the Mercy was the only thing I saw was Mercy was just trying to heal as much as she could. There's nothing you can really do when all of your members are just down for the count. I don't know how they're going to try and reconsider this next fight, but they do have 4 ultimates almost ready, and I would not be surprised if that duplicate did a little bit more damage this time.
Yeah, but Danger Close with 5 ults themselves is walking into 4 ults. An early Meteor Strike from Kriya, not super consequential, is not stunned in time, gets back okay. Wow. Lucky for him, self-destruct into the corner. Lamp is used early, but Morningstar's already out of it, and Jab Gamer can move freely in with it. Shatter comes out from a duplicated saucer, but the damage is already done too soon, and Tempest Typhoon is moving up more forward than ever now. Lamp doesn't matter. I don't care why you're using that Dawn Super. When you're supporting the rest of your team getting all these kills, I don't care about the Lamp. I care about the kills. All the support ults ready. Death Blossom finally back online, and yikes, another Shatter. I'm expecting another big one.
I would not be surprised. That was a brilliant bomb lamp combo from him. Because that lamp only does so much help, Reaper was just able to get in and one-shot the entire team, like back to back to back to back. They really need to push something here. Saucer, I think, needs to switch off the Echo. The Echo's not really working right now.
His payload's gone so far back already. Danger Close having so much more space to make up, and only 60 seconds left to do it. Gravitic Flux early into the fight will catch a good couple, but the beat is ready already. Window's not even used yet. Frog for Life, great patience! Catches Lemon Pepper, and yikes! There's no Shatter available for the next couple seconds! Will Jab Gamer be able to use this Blossom? No! Not enough connection off of it, and all the members of Danger Close are high and dry for some kills. Xavier EXE gets a res back up. Remech for pay, but he's the only one available right now. Yikes will finally be back online. Maybe we'll do this Shatter in the final bit of the fight. 30 seconds remaining. Everybody's back online, but the Lamp's already out, and Pei is already out of his mech after switching back to the Diva. Yikes, still waiting to use that Shatter. Barrier's already melted. Kriya back down. Saucer doesn't want that to be used. Another great Shatter. Lamp has already been put down, though, so not as much connection as I think Yikes hoped there would be. Frog for Life still going wild in this frontline. Jab Gamer just barely getting melted down now. Yikes still trying to get some damage done. Will succeed because he has his barrier fully back. Saucer is gone, but Lemon Pepper and Yikes fall once again. So much raw damage able to come out from Danger Close now that they have the stagger to worry about. Res can come on to Saucer. The Mercy Echo is back. Pay out of mech. Another Deadeye, another 2K.
Oh my goodness!
Another one was farmed back up. Jab Gamer not able to get enough damage back on. Kriya does have the Meteor Strike, might be able to come back on. Yikes, so close to getting the Shatter. Falls before he can use it. Korea almost back on two, just about to get respawn. Lemon Pepper trying to stall as long as he can. Can't succeed. He's not down yet. Korea can try and get back still. Has that Meteor Strike available. That's what I'm counting on right now. Sky Uppercut will not connect onto anybody. Meteor Strike right back down to make sure that he's still contested. Hey, now has the self-destruct. Drops it right on point right when Korea goes down. Gets Mortatron. Valk has to be used. Korea gets Xavier. No tanks left for Danger Close. Paraguay has to use the res back onto Xavier. Pays Mech goes down. Saucer gets melted too. Yikes and Jab Gamer both go down again, but the supports are back online, and the beat's almost back. So is the window. It's just Korea, Dawn, and Lemon Pepper now. Pepper goes down too, and it's all happy in the kill feed now, able to use all of the necessary to get Danger Close's payload all the way to the end of point C. But what a stagger by Tempest Typhoon. My god, that took forever.
What the heck just happened? There were so many ultimates. Cowboy was able to ult not once, but twice in that. Take a breath, Tenric. I'll handle it for now. You got it. That was great. Frog has finally showed up in this map with that Cowboy. That was absolutely amazing to find not only 2 kills, but the mech kill as well. That really helped him get up there. But Tempest wanted to fight back as much as possible and stalled for maybe, we don't have an actual timer, but I want to say at least a minute and a half there.
Yeah, they stalled probably longer than the amount that they had left on the time bank before that fight began. But now they have to sit on defense and make sure that Tempest Typhoon can't do the same. And it looks like both teams are actually opting for basically the same comps that they ran with initially on point A, save for Jab Gamer, who at this moment is going with Tracer, and Pei is actually opting for Wrecking Ball, while Yikes takes up the mantle of Diva.
Yeah, Tempest Typhoon know what they have to do. That was a great hold from them. Even though they didn't prevent the hold from happening, they got it to OT. That might be the win condition here, because if they could just roll right through this attack line, it would be a very, very prime position in order to take the first point in the series.
This first fight is going to be as crucial as ever, especially when fighting for this time bank. I think Tempest Typhoon would love more than anything to bring this to extra rounds and keep themselves from going to match point just yet. Korea early approach with that Pharah boost, but Saucer's already available with a boost of his own. That territory is going to be really hard to claim. The great setup right now by Danger Close. They just have so much stability right now. Frog for Life is the first to fall, though, after stepping a little too close to the sun. Paradroid has to use the res, I think, a little bit earlier than he hoped. Korea gets a little more territory out of it. Payload is walking pretty safely around these corners so far. Jab Gamer able to safely get some territory in there. Korea around the Happy in the backside. They need to take down Korea and Lemon Pepper first if they want to get anything done consistently here. Frog is down once again. No res available now. Korea is just going mad. Has every right in the world to do so. Has all the space he needs to clean up just about everything. My God, already almost has that barrage.
Danger Close has nothing to do with the aerial advantage right now. The only thing they had was the Echo, but we do see Frog switching off to the Widow. I think that's a good call right now. They need to deal with that Pharaoh ASAP as well. Tempest has the ultimate advantage going into this next fight as they're going to try and hold, but they're not going to be able to touch.
Oh no! Danger Close didn't get on in time, and now they have to take a half-wit fight under that point A tunnel before they could even get to payload. Oh, that's so bad for them.
They're gonna retreat.
5 minutes ticking away. Oh, that was such a half-hearted attempt at a fight. Danger Close was probably half a meter away from being able to contest in time. Oh, that's just timing. That's just really bad timing.
I don't know. Like, they don't have any, like, Tempest doesn't have any boosts to knock them off. I think they just had poor positioning and communication at that point. Hopefully they can reconsider this and at least... Oh no, but it's gonna get... They're actually gonna get hit. That's actually really good.
Mornatron is gonna have his pulse is gonna eat up Jab Gamer's pulse bomb. That's really good for the re-engagement, and Korea also gets taken down too. He's also gonna duplicate that Tracer. This is the fight where Danger Close is gonna feel comfortable making up for the ground that they lost in that fight under point A. The pulse bomb himself, broken connection that I have no doubt that Jab Gamer was actually looking for. And Yikes' mech is actually going to fall in the process too, leading both the tanks to actually get taken down as well. Happy has to use that window as well to make sure that the territory is deemed for them. But 4 minutes still available for Tempest Typhoon here.
Danger Close is what they were trying to do. That is exactly what they needed there. They needed that little bit of advantage in that fight, and that was what Saucer was able to give them with that Tracer Bomb. Getting both the Mech and Iana was ideal, and that was their win condition. but Mercy's pushing him just a little bit too much. He needs to fall back just a little bit because he can't res herself.
I think it was about Parajoy taking too much of the backline, actually. Kriya was able to get over that little wall on the side of the building and get over and kill Parajoy, but Saucer is there with the repunish. But there is a Mercy on that side, so they could get a res out. Oh, never mind. Saucer is there with the pickup on the Lemon Pepper. Dab Gamer right back. Oh
my gosh.
Yikes gets 2. Mornitron gets 1. But what matters is Tempest Typhoon actually got both supports here. And Danger Close didn't. And now Danger Close is walking onto this next defense, which I doubt they'll be able to hold here on point B. I think it's going to be all point C holds here, which is major. Xavier EXC switches to Winston as well, but Danger Close has to fight this first. Choke dry. Actually, they're going to take this fight over on point C, point B initially. Saucer, nice early pick on Kriya there, but Lemon Pepper is there with the res just after Pei goes down, so it's still a 5v6 right now. Saucer gets naded real quickly. Kriya's still there in the back line, has to back up a little bit just because of the amount of people that are now there. Saucer, though, trying to aggress, will succeed! Lemon Pepper doesn't have that res available in time, and Danger Close knows that. Xavier and Saucer moving in even more, and actually duplicates the D.Va now, moving in even more on the tanks. Gets the self-destruct almost immediately. Are they even going to use it? I don't think they have to. They're just staking their claim on the territory. Self-destruct out. Will probably catch this mech. No, a bubble will go down on the side of Xavier EXC. Doesn't really catch anybody. Saucer can fly back safely, but that's a full minute stalled out by Danger Close, able to farm out their ults and make sure that Tempest Typhoon has to take a little more time, but Tempest Typhoon has a lot more ults walking into this next fight.
Yeah, Saucer is just wanting more and more. He's just taking pickings just like it's Thanksgiving dinner. But we do see Cherry going in the back line and is able to get some payback out of Saucer. That's what he needs right now.
Yeah, Kriya still getting that initial connection very consistently so far. Pulse Bomb from Frog for Life is doing some damage, and so are the guns from Frog for Life, taking down Don Super as well. But again, Lemon Pepper is still there and actually doing damage thanks to that Valk picking off Happy as well. Paradroid, both Mercies still up right now. Self-destruct will catch 2. Mornitron gets the far Mercy immediately, and Saucer might be next to fall here as Jab Gamer's trying to go for the pick, but he's the only one left, and Saucer and Mornitron can clean things up. Danger Close has farmed it down to only a minute, and the payload is still making its way back, not even at point B yet.
This is a great play by Danger Close. They've been peeling off perfectly. Para was able to get the Saucer right before the Trace was able to destroy him, and also Mora was able to find not only the Mercy but the Pharah as well. That combo can only do so much if there isn't a bomb in your face.
You need at least one to get the job done when it comes to a Far Mercy convo, for sure. D.Va self-destruct. Yikes is on a sliver, but just barely remexed, and Kriya is back on that Doomfist and immediately doing some damage. Paradroid already down. Saucer can't get rezzed up. Neither can Happy. Both supports from Danger Close already down, and that's going to be a quick snowball from Tempest Typhoon. If I've ever seen one, I don't even have to cast the rest of this fight. It's an easy win for Tempest Typhoon. 30 seconds left, but that time bank is going to increase just a little more now that Tempest Typhoon is taking point B.
Yeah, DPS are really pulling through, and now they figured out that the Pharah wasn't doing too much, so it's like, oh, we'll go Doomfist, and the Doomfist is giving them way more worth than that Pharah was. If they can hold on to this little momentum, I believe we might have at least a third round, actually.
Yeah, it leaves Lemon Pepper room to also go that Lucio, which is going to be great for a defensive down barrier to defend against a potential self-destruction coming up from Saucer or Mornitron, as we see Saucer duplicating that D.Va once again. Might not be able to farm this self-destruct in time as Pei is trying to run away. There's the self-destruct. We'll get the kill onto Pegasus with the help of Mornitron as well. Kriya trying to get a punch out. The self-destruct mech will come out on top and at least clear the board just a little bit there. Tempest Typhoon is to back up even more. Kriya trying to get the kill onto Frog for Life. Will barely get out with his life, but almost no ultimates now for Danger Close. Only the Nano available. Will use it onto Xavier EXC. They're moving in completely under the tunnel. They might go even more past point B than they were before. Still no ultimates available. Xavier has almost farmed out that Primal Rage, though, trying to get enough time here. But Kriya and Pei are there, able to start the snowball, and almost nobody on Danger Close is already left. It's just Saucer and Mornitron, one of which has the self-destruct, and one of which is only able to run away. Sorry, Fly, it's Saucer, it's Echo, my bad. Tempest Typhoon is free reign, 40 seconds left. to be able to get this all the way to point C, but this is probably the hardest to take yet. We saw that with Danger Close, and I think we're about to see it here with them. Because of that, Jab Gamer takes a quick approach onto that front line, and Danger Close is actually split up along both respawns right here. Xavier and Mornitron are both available with those ults. Pei using that primal rage a bit early. Yikes with the self-destruct. Jab Gamer with a double kill with the pulse bomb. Kreia, the only member of Tempest Typhoon, down so far. Xavier has to use the primal rage probably a lot earlier than he thought he would have to. Pei is down now thanks to the finally going down of the primal range. Xavier is also down though. Saucer has to duplicate that diva once again, but Yex is still winning out the fight. A duplicated self-destruct will it do anything? I don't think so. They still have time. Happy now on the Moira will get the final blow into Lemon Pepper. One of the defensive ultimates is now gone. Don Super still on a sliver of health as well. The second that both of these supports leave, it's going to be infinitely harder for Tempest Typhoon to have a bare shot at this. There it is. Don Super's gone as well. Lemon Pepper has mere seconds to get back before Danger Close can reclaim this. Pei goes down. Yikes is gone. It's all down to Lemon Pepper. Gets down before he gets the point, and Danger Close has made it 2-0 with a great final defense on Rialto.
Danger Close was able to hold on. Tempest Typhoon was getting the early kills, but weren't able to get them in the later half of the fights. Had they were able to continue or stop those fights a little bit sooner, they would have been able to cap it, but no, they were able to. Danger Close was able to stall it out for just long enough. And likes, they saw something that we missed. They were not able to knock the Widow off the map entirely with that. That is a beautiful play from the off tanks from both teams.
I think everyone played that so much better than they did last round. Regardless of the fact that Tempest Typhoon still lost that, I think they played so much better than they did last round. But even so, Danger Close absolutely played better than they did last map too, and we saw so much more versatility in the character picks. A lot more Doomfist from Kreia, a lot more McCree from both sides, some flyers basically the entire map every single time. I mean, that was just a joy to watch. So scrappy, so exciting, so fluid. It was really exciting.
Yeah, there was almost no stop from the action there. Kreia was able to land every single nade on Pharah every single time. It didn't matter there was a pocket there. Just because Kreia was there, that Pharah was going down. They had no choice with that. Tempest Typhoon put up a great fight. We're just unable to push it just a little bit farther in order to cap that last point and get at least to like maybe a close fight. But with that being said, we're going to take a small break, so stay with us as we go into a little break. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the Hyperion Invitational. We're up 2-0 with Danger Close versus Tempest Typhoon. Even though it's been 2-0, we've been having seen some very close matchups here. That last map went for God knows how long. we've taken a break, we've recouped, we're ready for the next map, and it looks like our next map will be Hollywood, which will be a very fun map.
I agree. I always love watching teams duke it out on Hollywood, probably because I see it so scarcely in a lot of even T3 games. I don't see it often, but when it does come up, it's a lot of fun to watch because while the comps may not change over the course of the map, they're still very interesting to watch synergize because I think you see a lot of unique ideas get presented in Hollywood. You see a lot of zoners, you see a lot of shielders that you wouldn't normally see play the way they do, and there's a lot of really long sights that I think snipers will have some fun with as well. So I expect maybe a Hanzo, maybe a Widowmaker backup for Frog for Life maybe, probably another Diva coming out of Morn again, and another one out of probably Pei as well. I would probably expect an Ana or two as well. I think I think Don and Happy are fine with picking up that mantle too. Maybe a Baptiste as well. But I think the hero pool when it comes to Hollywood is very, very, very well populated when it compares to other maps.
Right, Hollywood has to be at least in my top 5 maps in Overwatch, just in general. It's so fun to see people try and fight for those high grounds in those buildings. It's just a catastrophic, like almost a, well, what's the word? Skyscraper fight. There you go. That's the one I like to use. They're just fighting for that bridge and trying to get the control in order to get the point. But I do kind of think they're going to start running more double shield here. The meta for this map, at least recently, has been very double shielding, and I'm not too much of a fan of that. But you know, if it works, it works. But come on, show some little bit of change. Let's have some fun.
I think my favorite part about double shield is it provides potential for a lot of damage to come out very quickly, and that makes a lot of teams very reactionary, and I think it also makes the skill floor for games very high. I think the second that you have double shield, you have the potential for a lot of free reign from one side, and you have the attackers consistently fighting an uphill battle. And in a lot of T3 situations, that means a team will falter so much more heavily than they normally would in a less damage-heavy matchup. So I personally think that a double shield comp, while boring at times, can provide for a much clearer picture at a matchup. We will see one side, the defenders, of course, Yikes and Pei, opt for that double shield comp initially, with Kreia and Jab opting for the Echo Ash, and of course that Mercy. Bap Happy, meanwhile, is going to go for that Ana. Paradroid, the first Brigitte we've seen in the match, and Frog for Life has actually gone back to that Sombra. We haven't seen that since Oasis.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this Sombra. Frog has been on point this entire series. If they can keep it up for this next map, I think you might be right in seeing that 3-0 pop up.
Look, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to predict it, and I certainly still don't want it to happen.
You guys gotta make those tough calls.
Yeah, I still want it to be exciting, but the way that Danger Close has been playing, honestly, if Tempest Typhoon doesn't switch something up, this just might be GG. But defending this 8 point is one of the best opportunities that Tempest Typhoon may have. And look at that, Xavier EXE got denied almost immediately, despite the fact that he had constant pocketing and that bubble. So Danger Close has got to, kind of return to form to an extent. Lamp comes out early after Yikes. Gets just about melted off. Saucer finishes the job. Lamp is already gone. That's a massive early pick for Danger Close there. And Xavier's not done yet. There goes Lemon Pepper too. Don Super getting aggressed in the back. Kreia able to pick up the pieces. Jab Gamer goes down though. And Danger Close has already finished things off. That was so quick.
Yeah, Xavier was able to just destroy their high ground immediately, and look at his ultimate charge. He's almost at his primal rage. He's 90% there. If he can keep that up, this is going to be a very, very quick attack phase. Now, I do want to make sure you guys look out for this. Look at the left side. They are going for a lot of changes. Now, instead of that double shield, we're seeing a Diva Reaper Lucio now. It's going to be interesting to see how they're playing this. It looks like they're going to be playing a little bit more of a high ground game now.
Well, the second that limo hits the road, in most hybrid maps, but especially in Hollywood, double shield is not going to cut it, especially with a hero like Orisa on your squad. You need a little extra mobility and a little bit of a more get-out-of-jail-free card sort of gameplay opportunities coming out from both sides, really. And so I agree. I think the Ryan Diva Echo Reaper with Lemon Pepper back on that Lucio is going to do wonders for the team. But Don, again, another early lamp comes out, and the dive hasn't even really started yet. Xavier is absolutely fearless going into this, and I do see actually a little bit of fearless in him right now, considering how well he's playing this Winston, if you know what I mean. Xavier, a Primal Rage already comes out. It already goes. He caught Correa with that swipe. That's absolutely massive. It's just Lemon Pepper and Yikes on point right now. And post-dive, Xavier is at full health and still hungry for some more kills. But the rest of Danger Close wants to get in on it as well. And so staggered is Tempest Typhoon the entirety of this counter push so far. 4 members converging onto Jab Gamer. He's already gone. And Tempest Typhoon is left nearly at a loss right now. So stretched out right now. Lemon Pepper's already gone. Back down to Dawn once again. Duplicated Diva for Saucer again. Xavier is already down on this front line, but the payload is moving on perfectly okay. Krea's duplicated that Winston from Xavier EXE and has actually gotten some connection out of it though. Happy has gotten killed, but there's the hack, and Krea gets finished off pretty quickly after. Paradroid is now trying to get the finish off, but Krea can fly out safely. Saucer's back with his team after getting a little too pushed by Pei for his comfort, and Pei actually pays for it himself. Has to use the self-destruct. Now that his mech is gone, has to remech quickly. Gets back online, and Tempest Typhoon has retaken the point, but for how long?
Yeah, Xavier forgot that he was a monkey and thought it was a Pharaoh for a second. He was just flying in the air and was able to get him down, but it looks like Saucer's gonna be able to wipe out this entire defense line.
I mean, it was all thanks to Frog for Life's EMP, and Paradroid had the rally to boot. Danger Close was willing to go all in with their ults in that fight, and it paid off in spades, because now you have that extra armor for a couple seconds in this follow-up push, and to clean up the rest of the members. Hi, Lemon Pepper. Goodbye, Lemon Pepper. And especially, yeah, I think Saucer's able to farm a lot of damage out of that. Xavier almost already has that Primal Rage back, and he's looking for it right now, actually. Oh my goodness, yikes! Yikes was too far in, and too far in is apparently with the rest of your team in the backline corner of Point C. Are you kidding me, guys? You can't get away with this. Krea's already swapped to Torbjorn, but Danger Close isn't even worried about the payload right now. What they're worried about is absolute domination on attack for Hollywood.
Tempest Typhoon is being staggered to utter hell right now. They can't get a full compensation going. They need to start flowing back just a little bit earlier in order to prevent this, because they know Frog has been ideal on those hacks, but look at Saucer, he's here for that duplicate.
Jab Gamer with the Death Blossom catching 3! There's the follow-up that Tempest Typhoon needed. Lemon Pepper with the beat on attack as well to help that counter push out, but Jab Gamer is perfectly content going all the way forward. And the payload doesn't traverse that far at all. That's a great stoppage from Tempest Typhoon, and they have a lot of ults about to come online. All that Danger Close really has right now is that Nano and that potential Graviton Surge coming in soon.
Yeah, Jab really gave what Tempest Typhoon really needed there. They needed that ult in order to at least reset and get ready for the next fight. But now look at this. It doesn't look like that Nano's going to be really doing too much.
Yeah, Xavier's Nano, I mean, there was just too many people on him to really do something with it. And Jab Gamer is perfectly okay with going in after this self-destruct from Pei clears the board out. And look at this, Tempest Typhoon has retaken their territory in almost primal manner compared to the last couple games. Pei so forward, and oh, come on, buddy, you don't gotta do that. Don't do us like that right now. There's still 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, buddy.
I mean, I think that's a little bit too much of a call. I think, especially because of how Pei has been playing this entire series, I don't think that one kill was really necessary. But with that being said, it does look like that Tempest is doing a great hold right now. Oh, wait.
Runs out. Oh, goodness. So many ults already coming out. Graviton Surge with the help. Oh, my gosh. The Molten Core didn't even do anything. There was already so much damage coming out with the help of a duplicated Saucer going to that Reinhardt. And it's all up to Jab Gamer. Yeah, nothing's gonna come out of that, buddy. I'm sorry. And Frog for Life, look at this. Frog for Life is already so close to that EMP. That's all they're really gonna need for this last fight, really.
Yeah, if that EMP is perfect, that's game over, because even though they have the ult advantage, even though they're gonna pop the window a little bit early, they can't really use it if they're all EMP'd.
Xavier wreaking some havoc on that front line to make sure that that window can be utilized properly. EMP catches 4. Pei is already stunned out. Yikes is gone. Krea has almost got that Molten Core back up. Jab has the Death Blossom as well, and Lemon Pepper has to use that beat a little too early. Pei will take down Saucer, so no dupe available now. Paradroid is all up to Happy, but the Nano's already almost back up. There it is. Can he use it on anybody? Not just yet. Morn is able to do all the damage necessary. There's the Nano onto Xavier once again. Will he get more connection out of it this time? Krea has to use the Molten Core, so the front line that main road is blocked off right now. Trying to kill off Frog for life will not see fully yet, and Morn is still holding up this front line right now, but the respawn advantage is present enough to the fact where Tempest can hold on just a little bit longer. Lamp comes out, Yikes is down, turret's back up. Jab Gamer's trying to get enough damage, trying to get this C-point push rile back up. A minute remains. Morn's mech goes down, duplicates back out once again, duplicates on. Super Jab is finally down. There's no ult for Tempest Typhoon. The rally's out from Paradroid. So is the window from Saucer. Two supports available. Now for the members of Danger Close, so much healing available for everybody. They're unstoppable at the moment. No respawn advantage left, and with 45 seconds left, Danger Close gets the payload once again all the way to point C.
I was a little worried there because Frog had a perfect EMP on almost the entire defense line, but they weren't able to get in there enough to deal some damage. But then after they were able to throw in some ults, they were able to regroup after Tempest missed a lot of their ultimates and were able to just wipe out that entire front line. Saucer has been playing phenomenally well. I would suggest keeping an eye on him a little bit more if I was on the Tempest Typhoon. They need to look out for those DPS just a little bit more often to try and get those early picks before they have any chance of trying to deal damage.
I think so many of the ults in that last fight for both sides really weren't necessarily about really just like trying to kill people. I think it was more about just delaying the inevitable. You know, you saw Kreia with that mold core along the main road, just making the members of Danger Close kind of just back off to the side for a couple seconds and then re-engage. And then, you know, you had the nanos for both times, just trying to stall out a little bit of time, even though Tempest Typhoon was still pretty okay with winning the fight at the moment. Xavier, of course, that Primal Rage initially for an early push to try and make sure that everyone couldn't use the window as effectively as I think Happy was hoping that they would. It really was all about just stalling out until they had the advantage. And in the end, Danger Close did have that advantage.
I mean, I don't know. Jab has been playing very well with that Reaper. He was able to get a lot of kills with her. Had they held on to that Molten Core just for a little bit longer, I feel like this could have gone into OT.
Well, now there's no Molten Core at all. Kreia has opted for Sombra instead. No one's in the sky save for Saucer. In fact, Saucer doesn't even have a pocket this time. There's no mercy. The Sombras detect each other momentarily. That's a bit of a... that's a bit of a... conclusion. That was funny. They just bumped into each other for a second there. Frog is going to hack out. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad for Danger Close. That's going to be the signal for the rest of Tempest Typhoon to move in as quickly as possible. Xavier's already down on the counter push. Yikes has to go down too after sacrificing himself on that high ground, but Happy's down too. Danger Close is perfectly okay with maybe losing a couple other members here, but they still have to defend this point. Don Super taking down Paradroid now on that Moira instead. Hayes Mech goes down too, though. It's Morn, Saucer, and I believe one more member right now. There goes Pay off that mech. It's just Morn right now on a sliver of health, and the rest of Tempest Typhoon is already there. Lemon Pepper as well. A lot of support against the two tanks right now. Only one now that Morn is gone. Xavier is back online, the only one contesting at the moment, and just getting bopped around like a soccer ball right now. Now both supports are back, Happy and Paradroid, but, I mean, no one can really do anything. Again, it's delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, this fight is over with. Kreia was phenomenal in getting that clutch hack onto Frog. With that being said, because Frog was able to be, or just destroyed that quickly, they had no chance of really holding that point for too long. Now, we do see Jab, I think about going for the flank. He's going to get a nasty surprise up there.
The EMP's a little sooner for Kreia than Frog. Those are going to be the big catalysts for this fight as 5 minutes ticks away for Tempest Typhoon. A lot of damage coming up from Saucer there. The duplicate is ready. The question is, when is it going to pop? Hack available there on to Saucer from Kreia, but Saucer's the one that gets the kill! Kreia didn't CP out after getting hacked by Frog himself. That's massive. Now Yikes has no get out of jail free card, save for the Primal Rage he has to use early. Saucer's free to duplicate the Winston himself, and he's almost got that Primal Rage. Morn and Xavier use their ults too. There's two angry monkeys on the field and one exploding mech, and I don't think that's gonna end well for Tempest Typhoon. Yes indeed, it will not. Jab Gamer and Yikes are the first to fall, and the rest of Danger Close are perfectly capable of finishing the job themselves, moving up that front line with probably the most confidence I've ever seen, considering you just had 3 tanks on your team.
Yeah, Kreia had the idea in mind, but forgot that there was another Sombra waiting to hack him as well. If he was able to translocate out of there a little bit quicker, that would have been an easy fight. But look at Danger Close right now. They've got a little bit of an ult disadvantage at the moment. But Tempest, I don't know if they can use these ults efficiently. They haven't really shown that they could so far.
I don't see an ult disadvantage until I see that EMP go away. If I see that EMP get diffused, then I see an ult disadvantage. But until then, I don't see anything wrong. Kreia EMPs early. 3 members go down, including Frog for Life, who can't EMP at all now. The EMP got EMP'd. Nobody got hacked for Tempest Typhoon, leaving free reign for the rest of the members to ult freely. Lemon Pepper was able to beat. Gamer doesn't even have to Death Blossom. Pei was able to clear the board with the self-destruct, but it's still Danger Close who has some kills come out. Jab and Lemon Pepper go down. Yikes has to utilize his Primal Rage already. I'm sure they didn't want to do that. I'm sure they wanted to give as many of their ults as possible. Morn gets hacked out and immediately gets melted for it. Still a couple members of Danger Close trying to stall things out. Frog for Life now on payload as well, TPing back, and Xavier uses the Primal Rage. They're playing fully for time here. Stuns out of a hack, so they can still jump as much as they want to now. Still playing for time here. Saucer's back online, does kill Yikes. There's only one monkey on the field. Now there's only one side worth of tanks. Pei is gone too. Saucer's cleaning house. Frog is back too. Lemon down as well, and once Danger Close free to take the front line. Xavier may have gone down, but it doesn't matter. Danger Close has won this fight out, and 2.5 minutes still rage forth.
See, that was really close, but they were all at low HP without a healer. That just gave free picking for Saucer. He had the full, that was close. He had that laser was able just to destroy that enemy line, and now Danger Close has that advantage, and there's no EMP on field. They're going to be having a free range picking right now.
As Saucer early actually duplicate onto Diva right here. I'm not exactly sure what he's intending to do with that so far. Maybe he thought that they would engage. Saucer able to rush in quickly. They can't self-destruct right now because they got hacked, but they may just have the time. Yes, there it is, the self-destruct onto a very claustrophobic Yikes right now. Saucer able to use the sticky bombs after the D-duplicate to be able to finish the job, and Saucer's not done yet. He is always in the kill feed. Every single time a fight goes on, he is always there. I always see Saucer in the kill feed. What an intimidating specimen. What a star.
Saucer has been popping off right now. Saucer has been nailing every single nade, every single laser, and now it looks like and just this fight, they have no shot of winning this.
Yeah, Morn with the immediate follow-up, self-destruct. Oh, Kreia used his EMP. Why would you do that? There was no chance of winning that fight now. Oh. That might just be game right there, honestly.
He's switching.
Honestly, Portal, I think that's game.
It might be, but I think Kreia is switching off. No, he's not. Why did he do that? Why? Well, I don't know what he was thinking. That was poor communication from Tempest. They really need to start just... Okay, they got the early pick on the Frog. They need to get that fight going right now if they want a shot. They need Saucer down ASAP, not that they have Frog out as well. It's going to be a very tough fight here. It might be GG, but he got the hack on the Saucer.
Saucer is hacked at the moment, but he's able to back out to the rest of the team so far. Tempest Typhoon taking the right flank approach. Nice self-destruct will fly over and catch Saucer. There's no duplicate this time around. Happy will nano Xavier, and immediately the Primal Rage comes out too. They're trying to end this fight before it can even start. But Tempest Typhoon is not taking no for an answer. Yikes gets hacked out. No ultimate available. It's already gone. Jab Gamer uses the Death Blossom to try and clear up shop, and it's going to work actually. Pei can pick up the pieces now. And Tempest Typhoon has a 2-man advantage at the moment. That means Danger Close is going to have to back out right now. But comfortable doing that. 10 seconds left, still so much ground to cover, and Danger Close can completely recoup right now and get this last OT fight. Saucer has that duplicate. Frog for Life is probably going to farm out that EMP. Paradroid can help push him with the rally. There's still so much available for Danger Close right now.
Here it
all
comes.
that Typhoon has right now is that sound barrier. Rally comes out early. Jab Gamer already at half health, has to back up immediately. There's that sound barrier already on an offense. It looks like they're going to have to back out a little quicker than they thought they would. Xavier already on such low health. Kreia has to re-retreat already back out. Saucer is going to get once again another EMP, catches 3. Yikes, Jab and Lemon all unable to use any of their abilities. Yikes is the first to fall to Xavier of all people. Saucer gets hacked out, and after that, that's gonna be it.
That's game.
Danger Close has 3-0'd. Has 3-0 Tempest Typhoon and has secured their spot as the number 2 seed for this invitation.
Saucer proving that Danger Close still has it. They've been dominant this entire series, let alone this entire tournament. Saucer proving that early fights are possible with this kind of composition, which is something that we didn't see a whole lot, but once they came out quick. Oh, man.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we can have Saucer be our due to the fact that he's already been an MVP before. Because honestly, that would be, the easiest show in the world. I mean, he just had such a dominant display every single time we saw him, the raw damage that came out, and every time he used an ultimate on a duplicate, he had a connection. It was stunning the way he was so consistent in those. For my money, honestly, I think the MVP that hasn't deserved the recognition that he has to get, I think, is Morn. Personally, I think Mornatron got so much frontline connection on that D.Va more than anything else. Personally, I absolutely think Morn deserves so much hype for that and so much love, because without him and of course Xavier, following up on that front line, there would be no follow-up, no punishment for any of the mistakes Tempest Typhoon really made.
Right, Warren was playing on point for most of the match. There was a little bit of hiccups here and there, but because of those D.Va bombs that were able to come in late fight even, those really solidified their win in this match.
Well, I think we're about to go to a break real quick, but we're heading into an interview right after that break with our MVP Mornatron, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with that.
Welcome back to the Invitational. We are here with two of the main members of Danger Close that really pulled out the win in this three-row. I am with Frog for Life and Morn. How are you guys doing?
Very good. How are
Great.
you casters doing?
Very tired. Your fights took way too long. That Rialto, just destroyed. There's a reason why Tenric isn't here. He's dead. You can't. Shut up, you're dead. Anyways, first question I want to ask Frog is, on the Sombra plays that you've had this entire series, which one would you say that stands out as that is our winning moment?
That's a great question. I think we had a really nice one when we were one man down on Oasis, and I think that was Oasis. But we were able to turn a fight and clutch it out, which was really nice. And then another memorable one. Just a shout out to my opponent, some sportsmanship here. I got hacked out of my EMP by another EMP, so shout out to him. That was really unfortunate for me, but we clutched it out in the end.
Right now, Morn, on Rialto, you guys had a very great stagger struggle in that last kind of defense area,
Yeah.
and was able to hold that point from meters away from finishing. What was going on in the communications during that time?
Everybody was screaming targets to kill. I would say that the thing I remember the most was on attack on last point when their Lucio was just staggering for eternity. I mean, he's probably still writing the card right now. But yeah, that's what happens most of the time. It's usually the tanks who try and call the targets. But when things starts to get a little chaotic like that, everybody starts calling anyone who's low in their POV, and we just try to collapse on that target.
On the topic of Rialto, I wanted to ask, what the hell happened on defense for Point A?
Well, asking me or Frog?
Both of you. I'm asking both of you.
I think we just got caught off guard by their aggression here. I think it just happened fast, and
You thought they were gonna
didn't
like
have
wait
time
to fight?
Yeah, we just didn't have time to rotate. They collapsed on us, and we just we had to reset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Frog, I do want to mention your cowboy plays were phenomenal in that last kind of Rialto push. How were you able to find that 3K right at the beginning of that attack, like last attack phase?
I think that was set up by the Deadeye or the Flux from Morn. So put them all up in the air and pop the old Deadeye, and
So a little whack-a-mole
from
action.
there. Yeah. So he made it super easy for me on that one for sure.
Gotcha. Now, Morn, I need you to remind me real quick, which characters did you say that you played the most here? Just real quick.
Tonight it's definitely the Diva.
The Diva. Now, you had a lot of those kind of like late bomb plays. How did those kind of calls came up? Were those on the spot like, I've got it, I should use it? Or were those like, it's winnable, do it?
It's winnable, do it. It's we try to be aggressive. We try to be more aggressive as a team, and I sometimes save my ultimates for too long. So now I try to do the complete opposite. Like, I have a bomb, they have some targets, let's try and kill them, and that's that. It kind of helped me that they had a pharmacy for a while, so it's kind of an easy target for a bomb. So that helped me. Like, I remember twice I managed to kill both of them with my bombs.
Right.
But yeah, that's that. It's always it's always winnable. It's always winnable.
Well, not only that, you had Saucer on the other hand on the Echo, who was able to burn away a pocketed Pharah, which was very impressive, for once. But to get it 5 times is a little bit overkill almost sometimes. Now, thank you guys for that interview. I'd like to ask you guys if you have any shout outs before we'd like to close it out.
Frog, you want to go ahead?
Sure. I'll shout out, the fun fact for our team at the beginning is that 3 of us are married. So shout out to the spouses out there. And thanks for giving us the time to, play the games and have fun with our squad. And, it's a good time. So that's important. So shout out to them.
Of course. Thank you guys for that match. That was a beautiful win by you guys, and I believe we'll be seeing you in a couple weeks from now because you're going to have that bye being second seed at least.
Oh yeah,
Let's go.
excited to go.
Straight to the
Going
finals.
to the
Let's go.
semifinals.
Oh, they're getting cocky. I love it. Thank you guys for playing. Have a good night. We'll see you in the finals, hopefully.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Take it easy.
Well, Tenric, that was a great match we saw there. 3-0. You called it.
Absolutely. No, it was a total joy to watch, and it was a total joy to cast with you as well, Portal. Thank you to everyone for watching the stream. I hope you guys had as fun a time as we did. Really, that was a really great match to be able to witness, and I can't wait to watch these teams duke it out as our group stage is just about over.
Right. We only have 2 more matches left, and that's going to really decide kind of the half spot area. We've got Frost Nova versus Paradise, and we got Lux Nova against Kaiju. There's going to be some very interesting matches. I wouldn't try and miss them if you can't. These will be hopefully a little bit closer. Even though it was a 3-0, we did have a lot of great fights, which I believe we'll still have it in the upcoming matches. But I believe for tonight, that is all for us. I'm Portal.
I'm Tenrec.
And thank you guys for watching the Hyperion Invitational Cup. Good night.